All right, this was the second phase of my warm-up today. I started off by doing 25 body weight squats on the slant board and 20 or so suitcase deadlifts with 80 pounds. And then I migrated into this one set of kettlebell cardio. I dropped the weight down, it's relative, but for me, 35, it's pretty light, but I just wanted to do a casual set at a moderate pace to do 100 snatches with just one hand switch. I did 60 on the right and then 40 on the left. I was just kind of playing with that number and see how I felt. And then I immediately went into squat thrusters. That's where I started to feel it a little bit. Even though it was lighter weight for me, it definitely tested me cardio-wise. So this is what I did prior to my actual workout. I took about a 5 or 10 minute break after this set. And the real workout was 15 rounds with 50 pounds, 50 and 55 pounds, where I did 2 snatches, push press, a squat, and a thruster on each side. And then so it was about 45 seconds of work, and I took about 45 seconds to a minute break between each round, because I was definitely tested on this one set with the 35-pound kettlebell. I just wanted to see how it would feel. I'd been using 40 and 44 for these high volume snatches, but I wanted to drop it down to 35 and just see how many reps I could do on each side for 100. So yeah, it felt good, and definitely a good warm-up for the other round, which I'll put on another video. So that's it. I highly recommend these high volume snatches once in a while, every month or two, just to really test yourself and see where you're at with your power cardio. Thanks for watching, everybody. And as always, keep making progress, one day at a time. And on a side note, I thought I'd mention that some people prefer sprints, but if you can compare and contrast that, I would say this 5-6 minutes of kettlebell cardio is probably the equivalent of doing 6 40-yard sprints or 3 100-yard dashes as far as intensity and recovery. Obviously, this is pretty much non-stop, but you are engaging your total body with these snatches. You got your hip hinge, the explosiveness to generate that momentum from your hips to transfer the bell overhead, your shoulders to stabilize the bell, your grip, your forearms, your core on the concentric as that bell drops, from falling over. Your core has to stabilize the body. Even in your calves, just the, your body is really tense throughout this whole process. And that's why I threw in the squat thrusters at the end, just to add another dimension for lower body, just to see how many I can get after I did the 100 snatches in a casual, moderate pace. But like I said, I was just playing with it as part of my warm-up for the following workout. But yeah, man, it really, it's just an eye-opener, these snatches. It's such a unique exercise to really gauge your physical performance and your efficiency, cardiovascular efficiency. So once again, I said, thanks for watching, everybody, and keep making progress.